Hey, hi, it's me again. Uh, hey, I don't know if this is something that is of interest or not interesting at all. Pretty much nobody. But in the I don't know, in the effort of supporting this vlog that I'm starting, um, I thought, I made an introduction video to talk about the goal of the vlog, what I intend to do, and then I thought it might be interesting to make a little bit more of an introduction to me, if you care. If you don't care, that's fine. You can just click away, or hopefully in a couple weeks I'll have a few more interesting videos where it's not just me talking. Although I guess you'll find out I kind of like to talk. It's a character flaw, but I especially like to talk about things that I'm interested in and things that I think might uh, be helpful to people. I don't know. You can let me know. But anyway, so I'm again talking and being long-winded. But the purpose of this video is I'm out walking my dog. You'll probably see her running around behind me. And So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. Not really about the vlog, but just who I am, what I do, where I came from, how I got to this place. And so since high school, early high school, I've been a musician. My main instrument was drums. Was and is drums. It's not just past tense. But so I played in a lot of bands that I consider to be really fun, and we had a great time. But at the same time, I've always played a little bit of guitar. I think about my first acoustic guitar, my very own, with my own money. I think it might have been, I might not be right, but I think it was in 1983. It was an Alvarez acoustic guitar. I still have it. It needs work, but I can play the cowboy chords, the easy ones, but it's the neck's a little bit bowed, and it's kind of a little hard to play. But it sounds great. Anyway, I'm being long-winded again, but my point is, while I was playing in all these bands in high school, and even later than that, in college years and after college, I during all this time, I was also writing songs of my own, on guitar. And at one point, I think my junior year in high school, my mom bought me a very inexpensive mandolin, and it never stayed in tune, and it was really hard to play. But I love that thing because it suddenly, compared to the guitar, it was so portable. It was, I didn't really know what a ukulele was at the time, but a mandolin was something that I knew, what that was. And so I loved playing that. I could just carry it around, with me under my arm, and just kind of, I learned the basic chords and used that as my primary songwriting tool. I wrote lots and lots of not very good songs. I haven't had a 4-track cassette recorder in many, many years. My original one was destroyed. That's all I'll say. I recently bought another one. They're getting to be a vintage equipment. It's hard to get them very cheap, but I did find one that was relatively inexpensive, and I resurrected some of these tapes, that I had forgotten about, from high school, and it was fascinating to me, but at the same time very very embarrassing. I'm not sure if I will ever share most of that. There might be a few little things that I might mix down and share, but I mean they're kind of stupid songs, you know. But there's a naivety to them that I actually like, and it's something I strive for even now. You know, like I don't, you know, in my personal songwriting, I don't really strive for polish necessarily. You know, I would rather a song to have kind of raw edges. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling a little bit, but I'm just trying to introduce myself. So most of the bands that I played with, you know, I was in some pretty serious bands after college in the Winston-Salem area. You know, we were, you know, having a lot of fun and everything, but I don't think, you know, most of the guys that I played with, not in all cases, you know, but most of them had no idea that I wrote my own music. And really, that was my fault. I considered myself to be pretty inferior compared to the people that I was working with. I mean, you know, I've had the pleasure, even though it's been kind of a local, small music scene, I've had the pleasure of working, playing with a lot of people that were well beyond their years in songwriting ability and lyricism, you know, just straight up poetry from some of these guys. So, you know, I felt like, well, you know, I'll keep what I'm doing kind of under wraps because, you know, what is it? Maybe I was the, well, appropriately, I was playing drums. I was the Ringo of the Beatles, you know. Like, you know, he popped out a few songs, but most of the time they didn't take him all that seriously. So maybe I had a little bit of that complex going on. Anyway, so fast forward to today, I've just been noticing over the last several years, I've slowed down with really playing drums regularly, you know, filling it with churches sometimes, and, you know, maybe getting together with, you know, some good friends just to, you know, kill a Saturday, you know, just playing and, you know, trying to get something together, but not really taking it too seriously. But I've kind of returned to songwriting, and I've kind of enjoyed it, you know, especially over the last couple of years. There's been a lot to write about, you know, really. And I think my thought processes have matured, and my ideas about music have certainly changed, you know, since my early days. I mean, you know, everybody, I would hope, you know, goes on a journey of, what's the word, metamorphosizing, or, you know, allowing yourself to change and mature and get older and appreciate different things. So another thing that kind of might be interesting, maybe not, I don't know, but it's my story, is I've always had trouble with my vocal cords. I have these papillomas, which are basically, it sounds gross, but it's basically warts that grow on my vocal cords and up and down my esophagus, you know. And it's kind of like the thing that never goes away. It just kind of keeps coming back. And so your vocal cords are so sensitive that, you know, one of these little papillomas, I mean, they can be the size of a grain of sand, really, and be in the right place on your vocal cord, and it can completely shut you down as far as talking, speaking, and singing. And if it doesn't completely shut you down, what's been more my experience is it changes my voice quality. There have been times when I had papillomas grow on my vocal cords, and it made it so I didn't have a deep register, kind of like I do now. I've gone through even some reconstructive surgery over the last several years that have improved the quality of my voice greatly, and I'm enjoying a deep voice, you know, for the first time in really 20 years. So that's kind of a new thing for me. But So when these things would grow on my vocal cords, it would change my voice, and I'd get a higher register because that's all that was left of my voice. I wouldn't have deep qualities, and so the songs that I wrote, and they were primarily written on the mandolin that became my songwriting instrument. The songs that I would write, tend to be a little bit high pitched, like. You could say like falsetto almost, but sometimes not even falsetto. There was a different quality to my singing where I could jump into falsetto from my high pitched voice. It's kind of weird. But now I find myself, now that I've had some surgeries that have improved things quite a bit, I find myself not to be able to do some of the things that I had done earlier, in demo recordings, where I was singing high pitched, and now I can't, I have to rearrange the same songs so that they match my current voice quality. So anyway, but now I've got a more rounded range to my voice, a little deeper tone, but I also have I think because of scarring or something, a little bit of a limited range, like I'm seeing. But so what I do is I tend to jump into falsetto very quickly. So I've got a lot of songs that start out kind of in the regular sort of vocal range, and then they suddenly jump a little bit falsetto, and it's actually a cool effect. I enjoy it. I like that about my particular songs. But I struggle a lot with controlling the pitch. It's a little bit harder to control the falsetto, to make it accurate, I guess. I don't know if other people, I wonder if the Bee Gees had a hard time with that. So, that's for you. So, anyway, that's just a little bit of my story and who I am, what I do, in case you might be curious, because when I start showing some of my songs that I've been working on, it'll kind of fill in some of those blanks. You'll understand why they might sound the way they do, or I don't know, might not, might be better just to not talk about it and just share. But anyway, I'm gonna try this, and maybe you'll find it interesting as the sort of backstory. Maybe not, but as I said to begin with, just click away and watch something that you really want to watch. So anyway, I'll see you next time. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.